This is my 2010 987.2 Porsche Boxster. It's finished in speed yellow, has 3 pedals, not much horsepower by modern standards, and a roof that doesn't always have to be on. It's of an extinct breed of Porsche, where modern Porsches are littered with electronic this and software that. Stepping into mine feels less detached, more dependent on the driver than its computers. Though it is just a base Boxster to many, to me, it was a milestone. My desire to own a Porsche really started back when I was in university. I was studying to be a mechanical engineer because I really didn't have that many options. I could either be a doctor, a lawyer, a mechanical engineer, or a disappointment to my family. So I chose ME. And when I was in school, if things got difficult, I got frustrated, whatever it was, I used to go to the Porsche dealer all the time to look at cars. And as cliche as it sounds, seeing them in the showroom was very inspirational to me. I really wanted to own one. Now, my search for my own Porsche really started in late 2019, early 2020, and I became intimately familiar with every single Porsche on sale in the United States. And I do mean every single one. I was on all the websites: Auto Trader, Car Gurus, Craigslist, Cars.com, Bring a Trailer, back when Bring a Trailer was really first starting, or at least when it really started becoming popular, and even Porsche Finder. I was looking everywhere. Now the problem was I was very picky, and I'm not a rich man. And I was reminded of that fact when I started looking for cars. I wanted Sport Chrono package, the sport steering wheel. I actually wanted a 981 generation Cayman. That was the car that I was primarily looking for. So the Boxster wasn't even on my radar. I looked at it as a soft top version of the Cayman that nobody really wanted. And I couldn't have been more wrong. I remember certain cars that I found that I really went after, and even if they were out of my price range. At the time, 981 Caymans in decent condition were in the mid $40,000 range, which was really more than I was willing to spend at the time. But when you're looking for a car, it's really easy to convince yourself to spend more than you actually should. And I remember one car in particular, it was in Texas. It was at a Porsche dealership. 2014, Guards Red Cayman. It had every option that I wanted, and it was a manual. I was on the call with the dealership representative, with the salesperson, and I was in the process of putting a deposit on that car. And as I'm talking to the guy, as I'm reading him my credit card number, the car sells to a different person. That sort of thing happened pretty often because for whatever reason during COVID, when I thought everybody would be looking for toilet paper and water, in actuality, it looked like the whole world was just shopping for Porsches. So cars were disappearing left and right. I would call, a car would get posted. Same day, I would give them a call, car would be gone. The result of all of this was that my journey looking for a Porsche took nearly 2 years. Now, if we fast forward from the beginning of 2020 up to October of 2021, I was doing my daily check of all of the different car posting websites. Actually, it was probably my 5th check of the day. And I came across a 2010 Porsche Boxster. So I gave them a call. They didn't even actually technically have the car yet. It was a customer of theirs that was intending to trade it in. I guess paperwork had been done, but she hadn't delivered the car yet. It was owned by an older woman for 11 years. The car was about 2 hours away from me. I had gotten pictures by this point, and I was going down there with my family, and I was really quite excited. So we get to the dealership. I see the car for the first time in person, and it just looks like a little Hot Wheels toy. There's something to understand. You see, photography is a great passion of mine, and I started doing photography because I wanted to be closer to the cars that I loved that I honestly couldn't afford. Now, what that meant was that I was able to drive and experience a lot of pretty amazing cars, which I'm very grateful for. But that was bittersweet because they weren't my cars. So after the photo shoot was over, after the project was done, I had to give the cars back and climb back into whatever it was that I was driving at the time. With this Boxster, seeing it in person at the dealership and realizing that I wasn't just there to look at cars to escape the reality and stresses of life. I was there as a prospective customer. So the salesman took us out for a drive, and it just felt right. Every other car that I had test driven up to that point, I was able to talk myself out of it to some degree. There were other people that wanted it. I got to it first, and I was a little bit apprehensive, a little bit nervous that maybe I was settling. But when I drove the car, it took all of that doubt away. It was a magnificent driving experience. Mechanical. I felt one with the car. As ridiculous and cliche as that may sound, other Porsche enthusiasts, other car enthusiasts, I hope, will understand what I mean. It just felt right. I felt like I was where I was supposed to be. So I bought the car, obviously. And on the drive home, it was surreal because I was driving a sports car. I was driving a cool car that I really enjoyed, but where I was used to having to give it back at the end of the day, I didn't have to give this car back. And it was the first time that I didn't have to give the car back. And that was such an amazing feeling for me. It was a very momentous moment in my life. And every single time I drive it, including right now, there's a certain sadness that I start the drive with, thinking this is so much fun to drive and it sucks because I'm gonna have to give it back. And I get that same euphoric feeling every single time I drive the car as I realize I don't have to give it back. It is my car. That's all for this video, but before you click out, let me tell you about this really exciting giveaway that we're doing. Now, I started this YouTube channel because I love cars and I wanted to share that passion with the world. And I really had no idea or expectation for anybody to enjoy what I was making. And I'm really fortunate and really grateful that there are people that are enjoying what I'm making. So I wanted to show that appreciation. And the best way, in my mind, to do that is to give away something for free. So I partnered with Porsche Ontario. Now, I've done a lot of videos with them. A lot of the Porsche content on my channel, they're all cars that were provided by this dealership for me to be able to make content for you guys. And it just felt right that the first giveaway would be done with them. So I'll leave all of their links in the description below to their website, their YouTube channel, their Instagram. So give them a follow, give them a subscribe. If you're in the market for a Porsche, definitely give them a call. But what are we giving away? We are giving away a Porsche. It's a 718 Cayman GT4 Sports Edition. It's actually a limited edition. They made 1,718 of them, and the one that we're giving away is number 111. And the best part about it is that it fits in the palm of your hand. Yes, it's a 1/43rd scale model for your desk or wherever you want to put it, but this is what we're going to be giving away. And how you get it is really simple. In this video, I told the story of my car and how I got it. But I want the YouTube channel to be a platform for everybody to be able to share their passion for their cars, for cars in general, whatever it happens to be. So, to enter into the giveaway, I want you to leave me a comment down below and tell your Porsche story. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be a Porsche. Just tell me the story, tell everybody the story of how you came to acquire whatever car it is. If you had to go through some crazy journey, fight off a tiger, whatever it is, we want to know about it and we want to read about it. 2 weeks from the day this video is posted, I will randomly choose one person, respond to the comment, and let them know that they won this 718 GT4. But that's all you have to do. I really just want to give you guys a platform to be able to share your stories in the way that you've helped me build a platform to be able to share mine. But thank you so much for watching. I wish you all a very happy holidays, a very happy new year to you and your loved ones. Until the next video, and indeed, until the next year, I hope you stay safe and take care.